Sound. Here we go. Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, May the 12th, 2021, just for posterity's sake. And we are talking about young living and summertime. So I'm going to share my screen here. And we have a PowerPoint presentation. So supporting a healthy summer. And like I said, we've talked about some of these things in the past, but it bears repeating, and it's a good review for the beginning of summertime. So we'll head on through. So very first thing is summertime. You think about sunshine and being protected. And I talked about this when I was in Hawaii, this mineral sunscreen. There's a SPF 50 and there's an SPF 10. I believe the 50 is out of stock at this point in time. Hopefully soon it will be back in stock. But it's very, very, very thick. So it's hard to like spread real well. So I have a recipe for you. But I wanted you to see this. It's oh, I guess you can't see it on the thing. I thought this was it, but this says skin cancer protection. It's also reef safe, reef friendly. So you can wear it like we wear it when we go to Hawaii. Hawaii has these regulations about certain chemicals that can't be in the sunscreen to protect the reefs and the fish and the coral and all that stuff. Young Living sunscreen is reef friendly, so you can use it and not worry about going in the water and harming the environment. To make it easier to apply, you scrape all the stuff out of that squeeze tube. I just cut it in half, and then I have a bowl scraper that I reserved just for this job, and a little mini whisk and a bowl that I reserved just for this job so that I don't eat out of it afterwards. It probably wouldn't hurt me, but it probably wouldn't taste too good either. So you do a bottle of sunscreen and then a third cup coconut oil, 20 drops of carrot seed, and 20 drops of lavender. And then you mix it with a whisk. And then put it in a little squeeze bottle. Whoops, upside down. So I just put it in a squeeze bottle. Make sure when you get a squeeze bottle, it has a bigger hole so you can pour it in. This has a little dinky little hole. And Rick was clever enough to squeeze all the air out of the tube and then let it suck up in. And I was amazed. I'm like, dude, how'd you do that? So it worked well. So, but it's much easier. I had a big bottle with a bigger hole in it. I bought 3 bottles together, and one had the big hole and 2 had the little hole. So just make sure your bottles have the bigger hole so you can just pour it in.
It sounds like a training video that he's going to have to show us how he did it.
Yeah, we're not going to get those small tubes anymore. So, okay. So you go out in the sun, you're kind of wind blown and maybe you forgot to put your sunscreen on, or you didn't reapply it or whatever. So the best thing for that is either Lavaderm spray, which comes in a misting bottle like this. And I usually put in extra peppermint and extra lavender and just spritz your face with it. And it cools your face down. This is a good thing to use even before you put your moisturizer on. So I breathed in mist. Lavaderm's mist. And then there's also Lavaderm after sun spray. And this is you shake it up and then you spritz it on, and it's a liquid when it's coming. Gotta pump it down. Well, it's not coming out right now, so we're not going to waste time. But when you spritz it, it lands on your skin as a liquid, and then it turns to a lotion. And then you rub it in, and it's liquidy, so you can spread it around, and then it feels like lotion on your skin. So you can also spray your face with this. This is specifically for after sun, but I like the Lavaderm mist better myself. I think it works quicker and than this. Now this is good for minor burns, sunburn, minor cuts, scrapes, insect bites, minor skin irritations. So you can use this after sun spray for lots of things. So any of those skin related things. Okay, bugs. What about bugs? Insect repellents. This is awesome stuff. It comes now in a pumper bottle. The old ones were a squeeze bottle, but the pumper bottle's a little better. And even so, I like to put it in a spritzer bottle, maybe a third of insect repellent and the rest water, a little bit of witch hazel, and then shake it up and spritz it on. It does have vitamin E in it, and it has sesame oil, so it's a tiny bit oily. So you want to be careful if you have good clothes on. Um, it They say don't rub it on clothes, but I've never had any problems spritzing it on clothes. It's DEET free. It keeps the bugs off, and it's supposed to be good for ticks and mosquitoes and what's the other one? Well, all the other gnats and those kind of things. So great stuff. You can use this on your pets too, like to keep um, ticks off of them and that kind of thing. So that's a good one. Great for the kids because you don't have to worry about the DEET and all that. It's kid friendly as far as toxicity and that kind of thing. It also comes in a wipe form. They're individually packaged, so they never dry out. You just rip it open, and then it's a folded up wipe inside, and then you can rub that on your skin too. I like it comes in a package like this with 12 wrapped insect repellents in it. But this is, I suppose, if you're traveling and you don't want a liquidy thing with you. Otherwise, it's just so greasy when you're trying to rub it on that it's not real consumer friendly, let's say. So the other thing you can use is some people find thieves wipes are effective. You know, they're disinfecting, they're cleaning, you can wipe down stuff with them. So if you have these in your car and you don't have your insect repellent with you, this can work. For some people it works for repellent as well. So that's a good thing to have. Animal Sense ointment also seems to be good for insects. It also is fairly greasy, but I find around my ankles and my wrists and my neck, I want something a little more because they're a little more vulnerable. So if I'm going to be out like gardening and stuff where there's a lot of mosquitoes flying around, I'll put that around my ankles and my wrists, and it will really help. And then this is also good for anything skin related, minor cuts, scrapes, bites, that kind of thing. So, and that is a pretty good size tube of stuff. I think I've had this for 3 or 4 years and it's still down like that. It has 6.3 ounces in here. So, and I've handed out like those little things that you get dressing in at the restaurants. I'll scrape some of this out and put it in those little containers and give it to people. So I've handed this out to people. I've used it on us. I've used it on kids' bottoms for diaper rash and that kind of thing. And this stuff is just amazing. It's kind of like bag balm, but no chemicals in it. Okay, so you get bit anyway, what can you use? So any of these things people have said work for them. It all depends on your body, I guess. Lavender has a little bit of natural antihistamine, so that can help with bites. Purification has citronella in it, so it can possibly help with repellent as well. And after bites, basil is one of the things listed for bee stings. Roman chamomile is calming. Tranquil is calming. I have a girlfriend who swears by Tranquil for mosquito bites for her daughter who just swells up like huge with mosquito bites, and the Tranquil just really helps her with that. So, just things to try and see if they work for you or not. Other skin things in the summertime, um, peppermint is cooling, purification again, any outbreaks. Kid Sense Owie is for any kind of minor owies. Melrose is also good for any kind of skin stuff. And of course, lavender mist we talked about already. So, okay. So you've gone out, and it's spring, it's your first time out in the yard, you work for 4 hours and come in and think that was pretty darn crazy of me. So what do you do then? So any of these things are awesome for overworked muscles. Valor is great for rolling on your spine. Cool Azul pain cream definitely is a must have for any kind of, it says provides penetrating and cooling pain relief. So this is registered with the FDA, so you can actually say pain relief. And then there's the Cool Azul oil, which is what's in the pain cream. Deep relief roll on is a great one for muscle soreness and pain away. And then Ortho-Ease and Orthosport are massage oils. So of course they're more oily. They have a oil base, and they are also good for overworked muscles. So you can have somebody else rub it on, or you can rub it into your muscles and your shoulders and your calves and that kind of thing. A new thing that we have since last year is CBD muscle rub, and tons of people swear by this. It's like looks like kind of like a jelly in there, and it comes in 300 milligram size and 600 milligram size. And this is a great one for overworked muscles as well. So this is a 1.75 ounce container. So that's another option for pain relief. Oh, here's the deep relief roll on. And Aroma Seas, let's see if I have it on here. Yeah, Aroma Seas. Aroma Seas is more for really tight, seized up muscles. So, and what we do with this is put about 30 ounces in a roller bottle, and then the rest V6, and use this on any muscles that feel like they're tightening up and don't want to relax for you. So that's a good one. Hi, Barb Smith. I saw that you joined, but
Yep, I'm on.
all right.
Just came in from the yard.
All right. Yeah, I worked out in the yard today too. It was a good day for it.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sore.
Well, there you go. Now you know what to do.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I love
amino.
that muscle rub.
You like that muscle rub? Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
CBD one.
I get the 600 milligram. Oh man, that stuff is like, yes.
Yeah, cool. That one's 300, so I'll have to try the 600 because I haven't tried that before. So now, for muscle recovery, amino wise has the amino acids that your muscles need. So this is a good one to put in a Ninja Red or just mix it with water and take it, whatever. Take it before you go, sip it while you're working out, or drink it after you come back in from being outside. Do you have any of that on hand, Barb?
No, no amino eyes.
No
I'm
amino acids.
sitting here now with Nature's Ultra Muscle Balm
There you go.
and Deep Relief.
There you go. Perfect. The Panaway is great to put in some Epsom salt and throw it in the bathtub because the Epsom salt has the magnesium that your muscles need for recovery. And then the Panaway gives it that soothing. So if you soak in that tomorrow, you won't be sore at all.
How much do you use?
I use a cup of Epsom salts
Okay.
and then 3 or 4 drops of let me just see if this is someone who can't get in.
Of the Panaway.
Of the Panaway, yeah. Yeah.
And a
Yeah,
tub of
in a
water,
nice warm bath.
tub of water should be a tub, a half full of tub of.
I fill it up so as much as my body can be covered as possible.
Okay. Okay.
And you soak it all in. That Panaway just soaks in all your skin. So it's everywhere. And it's amazing that just 3 or 4 drops does the whole body. So
Oh,
yeah, it's amazing. Okay, cuts and scrapes. I guess we kind of covered this already. The owie, the animal sense ointment, the after sun spray, any of those will be really good for that. Okay, so it's later this summer and you're hotter than heck. So Zing is a hydrating splash of energy. It's got lime, wolfberry, black pepper in it, and it's a sparkling beverage. And I love the taste of this. So I'll come in from working in the yard and pour this in a glass and squirt a Ninja Nitro in there with it. Put a few drops of tangerine in there. Tangerine is supposed to help with hydration, and it's a tasty beverage and it really helps you feel hydrated. You're not as thirsty anymore. So
What is that called? Z? What is that called? ZYNC.
ZYNG.
Oh, G. Okay.
Yep. Yep. And it comes in a
12
pack.
case.
Yeah,
Yep.
12 pack. Yep. And then peppermint is cooling by itself. So just rub it on your neck, rub it on your belly, rub it on your feet. If you have one of those rags that you get wet that are supposed to keep you cool, if you put 3 or 4 drops of peppermint in the water before you put the rag in, then it'll be all on your rag and the peppermint will keep you cool. Hiawatha knows that peppermint keeps you cool, right, Hiawatha?
I'm telling you, I'll never forget it.
She put
Uh-oh.
peppermint.
Okay, now you got to tell us why.
Yeah, go ahead, Hiawatha.
Well, let me tell you, I was tired. And during the summer, I use peppermint for energy. Pardon me, and to keep cool. Boy, let me get some water. But anyway, it was in the winter. And I said, gee, I'm so tired. Let me go soak in peppermint. I went and soaked in that peppermint and I started freezing.
oh, whoa.
I could not get warm. I
Oh,
put
gosh.
put all sort of blankets on me.
You won't do
Yep.
that again.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
it definitely cools you down. So it's
Well,
definitely a
that's
good
an
thing.
experience.
Yeah. And you can drink it too and have it cooling from the inside out. So perfect.
It's also my girlfriend loved it for headaches. She always had headaches, and she ordered. She would when she was alive. She ordered a lot of peppermint
Yeah, that's
from me.
awesome. That's awesome.
So Cricket, if a peppermint is good for cooling, is it good for, say, like if a child has a fever, give them a peppermint bath?
Sure. Sure. Or just
Would that
rub it
bring-
on their feet even.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or anybody has a fever.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
I'm a big proponent of wrapping up and keeping that heat in. If you have a fever, that's your body trying to fight something. And so unless it's, you know, dangerously high, I'm a proponent of letting the fever do its work. But if you need to cool it down, yes, definitely peppermint is the thing to do for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Good to know.
Okay, so summertime is the time for all those big picnics and family reunions and barbecues and all that. And eating happens at all of those events, and sometimes we overindulge a little bit. So great supplements for that are Essential Zymes 4 and Digest. You can use the Digest Vitality internally. Or you can use the regular Digest and rub it on the outside of your belly. My husband had some time in the hospital when, let's say, he was a little backed up, and the Digest really does a good job of helping with that. For smaller children, you can rub this on in the middle of the bottom of their feet, and it will help them get some relief. And peppermint is also good for digestion. So put that in your water and sip that and you'll be good. Digest is got fennel and anise and a couple of those other ones that taste like black licorice. So some people don't care for it so much. I don't think it's so bad, but so if you don't care for the taste of it, just put it in a capsule and take it internally that way, the Digest Vitality. So
Didn't you say you rub it on your stomach also?
you can rub it on your stomach as well. Yep, that's what Rick does. Yep. Okay, Kids Sense Unwind. You've had a busy day, you're crazy wild. Unwind. It helps promote a calm state and eases occasional irritability. It's a good source of magnesium. That comes in little packets like this. Whoops, like this. And you just rip it off and pour it in. It's a powder, and it just let it dissolve in your mouth. And it's a great one to wind down at night, go to sleep. So not just for kids. I have it in my house and I use it when I've had an especially wound up day. Okay, a couple other things I wanted to talk about. We talked about these last week at the skincare, but this bears repeating. The seedlings wipes. These are a great thing to have along in a picnic basket or in your car glove box in case you need to wipe somebody down, wipe off hands, wipe a sweaty face, wipe a cut, anything. It's made with the lavender and calm oil. This one's almost empty, but it's about that thick when you get them. There's 72 wipes in there, so it lasts quite a long time. If it gets a little bit dried out, just put a little bit of water in there and it'll rejuvenate itself. But this is a great thing for the summertime to have along. besides the diaper bag. Specifically
May I ask
made
you
for,
about, Cricket, may I ask you again, not again, but may I ask you about that magnesium, that kid sent magnesium called Unwind?
yeah.
How much is that?
I don't know right off the top of my head. Let
Okay.
me see if I
I
can
better, I
find it.
think I'll try some of that because I understand we are sure a lot of us don't have enough magnesium.
Yeah, exactly.
And it works great, Hiawatha. I've done it.
Let me see if I can find it. Here. Online. Well, it didn't come up on Oily Tools.
Well, that's okay. When you help me
When
order.
I help you, I'll look it up. Okay. Also, if you get the summertime sniffles, this chest rub is amazing. It's a cough suppressant topical analgesic ointment, maximum strength, essential thieves chest rub. I love this stuff. Sometimes I just use it when I feel like I've had a especially busy day and I want to breathe easier. The cool thing about it is it has this crazy little cap and you just squeeze and the stuff comes out those 3 holes. And then you don't have to get it on your hands. You can just rub it on your chest with the applicator. So, okay, that stops. So it's a great, great one for relieving, congestion and coughs and that kind of thing. So that's a great one to have for the summertime sniffles. Oh, the animal sense ointment, we're starting to wear sandals and that kind of thing. It's great for the heels. Great for the elbows for summertime, more skin exposure. Hiawatha, are you doing something?
I'm not doing anything.
Somebody's making
Maybe
somebody's
it's me. I'll mute myself.
okay. 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 Or the lotions. I love this winter night lotion. I love the smell of this. And it comes with a pump. I'm gonna try when this is empty, putting the pump on the lavender. But the lavender lotion is great for heels and elbows too. Love that stuff. So the lotions are good. The animal sense ointment is good. They're good for your cuticles, that kind of thing. If you have the seasonal concerns in the summertime, LLP is your tool. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint, equal drops of each. You can take them internally if you use the Vitality. Or you can rub it on your nose. I had a nurse in the hospital who had the sniffles, and I gave her some pre-mixed in one of the bottles, and she put it on her mask, and she said, "I can't believe how much better I can breathe already." So, lemon, lavender, and peppermint for those seasonal discomfort things. And of course, thieves is our go-to for all things nasty that happened to us. So, and then we talked briefly about this, using essential oils with your gardening. So this essentially grown, you can buy it at growinghealthyhomes.com, and it has all these recipes for if you have tomatoes, do this. If you have basil, do this. If you have spinach, do this. So it's a great, and there's a Facebook page called Gardening with Essential Oils. So you can find that too for what to use for gardening. Lavender is a great soil enhancer. Just put some drops in your watering can and then water around your plants with it. And companion solutions. There's all kinds of companion solutions in that book, but I put in the one for tomatoes. So 6 to 8 drops each of basil and peppermint in 2 gallons of water, and then apply it to the surrounding soil once or twice a week. And that will give you beautiful green lush. And then for garden pests, you can use I use the insect repellent right on my plants. But you can use peppermint, purification, tea tree, cedarwood, citronella. Any of those are great for different garden pests. So the book has a lot of recipes for different kinds of bugs. So that is my presentation for this evening. What?
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. What questions do y'all have?
Where did you say the gardening book was?
It's at
On Facebook?
there's a Facebook page called Gardening with Essential Oils.
Okay.
And then there's also growinghealthyhomes.com.
Okay.
And that,
Thank you.
yeah, Essentially Grown is the name of the book. It was like $6-8, I think. It's just
Cool.
it's kind of a book lid. It's only about that thick,
Okay.
75 pages maybe. Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. Any
Cricket,
other-
I have a question.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
What is the name of the chest rub? Is it just called a chest rub?
Yes,
Okay.
yep. Thieves chest rub.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else have any questions? Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining this evening. Does anybody have any questions you want to ask after we sign off? Are we good?
I have another couple questions I'd ask after it signs
Okay.
off.
Okay, let me stop the recording then.
Well, thank you
So-
very much for the good teaching tonight. We
Yeah,
much
thank you.
appreciated.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
night. Thank you.
Bye.
So you guys can stay on.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not a private thing.